I spent the weekend at my boyfriend's, so I recorded nothing in the vlog whatsoever. So pretty much the last thing from my vlog was from like Thursday. And I pretty much have done nothing with my life since then. But I did finish Born Survivors, which was the nonfiction Nazi Germany book. I finished that not while I was at his place, but like I read most of it there and then came home and finished the last like 40 pages last night. And that was really, really interesting. Like, I highly recommend that book. It was great. It definitely got better after like the beginning bits, but yeah, it was fantastic. And I'm still reading The Wrath and Dawn. Did I say I'd started this? Because I started this. I am now like 80 pages in. We read the second 4 chapters. Yeah, I'm liking this better now. I had some difficulties with this like at the beginning. The first 4 chapters, I had a lot more issues, and now it seems like it's getting into the story and things are like flowing a little bit smoother. So I'm liking that better. And I am also reading the Journal of Patrick Seamus Flaherty, which is one of those Dear America books, like the middle grade historical fiction diaries. I read the companion to this. It's a set of 2. The other one's about his sister. They're set during the Vietnam War. He's a soldier. His sister's at home. The one about his sister I really, really love. They're written by Ellen Emerson White, who's one of my favorites, which if you've watched me for a minute, you know. But yeah, I love that one. This one I'm liking a little bit less. I'm about not quite halfway, but just because it's a wartime diary, he's a soldier, he's in Vietnam, and I just have less interest in stories that are like about soldiers in wartime. Not that they're not important stories, it's just personally that's not the kind of thing I gravitate towards. So I'm still really liking it though. It's just I read the other one in like one sitting, and this one is definitely like I'll read 30 or 40 pages at a time and then put it down. But it's still really good. And then when I finish this, I'll probably pick up The Librarian of Auschwitz. I really need to read my book for the rereadathon, which technically I could count these. So like if worse comes to shove, I can count these because both these were rereads. But I do still plan on reading A Season of Daring Greatly. It's just I like to film as I do it, like I did the last one. I'd like to do that again, just to like film my reflections, film my experience, and I haven't been in a place where I can like sit down and film for a few minutes. So I don't know. I'll probably read The Librarian of Auschwitz. I have like 3 days left in the month, so I don't know. I really need to just start that today, but I don't know if I will. I don't know what. I don't know. But hopefully I will get that done. It's kind of a longer book, but I also really love it, so I don't think it'll take very long to read. And I would really like to film reflections and to be able to stop like 1 or 2 times in the middle of reading the book and talk about what I'm thinking and feeling instead of just like reading it at my boyfriend's place and having to read the whole thing at once. But I might wind up having to do that and just filming like an intro to the video and then my reflections at the very end. So we'll see how that works. Yeah. I need to get back to cleaning my room because I've done a lot, like, not a lot, but like, I've made decent progress. I just need to like keep doing things. Like, that's my problem with cleaning is I can't do it all at once. I need to do it slowly, but I have to keep doing it slowly and I can't just like do it for a week and then stop. So I don't know. That's going to be a goal for this week. It's just, I don't know, if I don't spend like another 4 days in a row at my boyfriend's place. We shall see how that works. Quick library trip. I'm probably gonna get a few things just because I'm here and I've read like 8 of the library books I have out, which still means I have 13 ticked out, which is way too many, but I want more. And I'm actually reading them, so like I can kind of justify getting more. But I had to return my father's book, which is this. Not that any of you care because I have not read this, I will not read this. I am the library chauffeur because they're just like, you'll go, right? You'll go to the library 18 times, so came to return this and I'm gonna walk out with like 5 books. It's kind of getting dark now, so the quality has gone to crap, but I picked up 3 books. I got I'll Be Right There by Kyung-Suk Shin. She's a Korean author. She's apparently very well known. I was just looking for something that had been translated because I am trying to pick up a few more translated works just to diversify my reading a bit, and she's South Korean, so this is a South Korean novel. And then I grabbed Heft by Liz Moore. She wrote The Unseen World, which was one of my favorite books last year. I think it might have been my favorite book of the year. It was just amazing. It was everything I wanted. I have no idea what this is about. Not a clue. but she wrote it, so I'm like down to try. Because honestly, The Unseen World didn't sound like something I'd be interested in either, and that was amazing, so give it a try. And then the final book I grabbed is The Big Girls by Susanna Moore. Trisha R., who's one of my commenters, she doesn't have her own channel, but she comments on occasion, said that she'd read Susanna Moore, or at least had read a Susanna Moore book, and really enjoyed it. So I'm down to try it. This was the only one they had. She recommended a couple things, and of all the authors, they had her and Richard Russo, and the Richard Russo books that they had looked like sequels. Maybe not, but like they looked like sequels, so I'll do a little bit more research before reading one of his. But yeah, I decided to grab this. I'm down. I think it's like a thriller, but she said it was a really well done thriller, so I'm always down to give well done thrillers a try. So that was miniature library haul. I only got 3, which is better than getting like 5 or 10 or however many I could have gotten. So, and that means I have like 16 books I haven't read from the library, so that's fairly decent. Is it 16? I don't know, it might be less. It might be like 17, but you know, it's close enough. I'm trying to read through everything, and I'm making decent progress, so I'm okay with getting 3 books, and I will just slowly get my library stacked down and then go back to reading the books from my shelves, because I need to stop doing this. Exciting day. I have finally finished Big Little Lies by Liane Moriarty. I've been reading that book for like a month and a half. I started it in like the middle of January, and it is now almost March, and I just finished it. Oh my god. I gave it 3 stars, but like it went on forever. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It felt like the book that would never end, and it was so miserable. And I'm probably gonna like not listen to another audiobook for a minute. Well, I'm gonna listen to Anthony Rapp's Without You, but that's not like the audiobook for the book. It's just like a show he did that was like based on the book, and I think it's only like an hour and a half, 2 hours long or something. So like, I'm down for that. I'm very much down for that, but I'm not going to count it as reading a book, because it's not the same content, and it's like way shorter, and I don't know. It's still going to be fun though, so that ought to give me like a little bit of a break, because a lot of that is like him singing songs as well as telling stories. So I feel like that'll be an easy like break from an audiobook for a minute, just because I desperately need some kind of a break after Big Little Lies. And like even The Unseen World, because like I love The Unseen World, but it was like a 20+ hour audiobook, and Big Little Lies was like a 16 or 17 hour audiobook as well, and it was just like, it wouldn't end. It would not end. So thank God it's over. I've also started reading The Librarian of Auschwitz. I'm just like a little bit in. I started it last night at my boyfriend's, and I'm not too taken with this so far. I don't really like the omniscient writing style, the omniscient narrator, I guess. It's not my favorite, especially for a Holocaust book, because sort of one of the scary things about reading about the Holocaust is that so many people, like, they didn't know. Like, there was so much information that they didn't know. They were making guesses. Like, they didn't know if what they were afraid of was worse than what was happening, or if it was not as bad as what was happening. And that's sort of like powerful. That's like a major theme in a lot of the World War II literature that I've read, is that people genuinely didn't know what was happening. And with this book, because it's omniscient, even though the narrator is like a 14-year-old girl, or she's the main character, and you're sort of in her head seeing her thoughts, you also have all this other information like about the ovens, about the death camps, about like how things are happening, that like sort of ruins that a little bit for me, which doesn't mean it's bad. It's just like, for me, I'm not the biggest fan of it. So I'm probably gonna put this down for a minute. Like, I'm gonna finish it and like keep reading. I think I'm gonna focus on A Season of Daring Greatly through the end of the month, because that's just, I just want to get that done for the rereadathon. So, and this, if I have time, I'll read it, but this will probably be like a March 1st or 2nd book, honestly. Just, I'm running out of time. It is the 26th. I've decided this is going to be the vlog of being in different places. So, I was downstairs and there is a lot of light here, so like, it is a well-lit vlog for once. I should film down here when I can, but I like filming in front of my bookshelves because I'm pretentious and annoying like that. but I don't know. I posted my In Order to Live book review today, which I think I filmed. I must have filmed that at like the end of December. Like, it's been a minute, and I don't know. I was unhappy with it. I just don't think it was a very good video. I don't think it was a very good review. I feel like I rambled a lot, and I like talked about a lot of weird things, and I don't know. It wasn't like bad, but I definitely wasn't happy with it. And I don't think that's, I mean, like, I am being hard on myself because I'm me, but like, that's like not how I feel after most of my reviews. I just think that one in particular was not very well done, which is disappointing, but I don't know. That was one of the ones I filmed like in the morning after being up all night, I think. So I was just like in a bad headspace trying to get it done, and it just didn't turn out right, and I don't know. I'm like not doing that anymore just because I can film book reviews like that. I can film my vlog like that because it doesn't matter if I ramble, because I really don't care what my vlog is like, if it's good quality or not. Like, do not care. It's for me, not you. And like they're top 5 videos. I'm even okay with that, just because like I'm giving recommendations. But for book reviews, I really want to be able to like think properly, and I don't think I was thinking properly for that one, because I think I was just like tired and ready for bed, or like distracted or whatever, and I don't know. It's just kind of disappointing to feel that way, but that was the last of like my old pre-filmed ones, and now I'm on to like the new pre-filmed ones. Oh, that's a bird. I thought that was like a cat screaming, and it scared me for a minute. But I'm on to like the new pre-filmed ones that I've actually like filmed in February, so that's slightly better. And I'm reading, today's the last day of February. I am trying to finish up 2 books. This one is The Journal of Patrick Seamus Flaherty, which is a Vietnam middle grade historical fiction diary. These are super fun. Like, I love these. I'm like 2/3 done maybe. It's really short. I think I have like 40 or 50 pages left. Like, these are quick reads. I'll definitely get this done by tonight. It's just, I'm not enjoying it as much because it is a wartime diary, and I just don't really, not care. Care is the wrong word. I'm not as interested in the story of a soldier as I am sort of civilians, whether they're civilians in Vietnam or civilians in America. I'd rather have that perspective than the specific soldiers fighting the war. So there's like a lot of battle descriptions and a lot of like what he's doing in the war and like digging trenches, and like that's all fine. It's just not exactly what I'm interested. So like this is gonna be a 4-star read because I'm still enjoying it, but like I never really want to sit down and like binge the whole thing, even though it's 180 pages and real quick. And the other thing I'm trying to finish up is, of course, my readathon book, which I'm not going to talk about because I am filming my reflections video. I'm loving it. It's amazing. I have like 300 pages left, so clearly not doing well, but I should be able to get it done by tonight. Otherwise, it'll be a March 1st finish, which is mildly annoying since I am hosting the readathon, but you know, life goes on. I am enjoying it. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. It's fantastic. I just need to have like the time, because I'm like torn right now between working on catching up on BookTube and reading. That was the word I was looking for. I also need to film. I'm going over to my boyfriend's tomorrow to like cook dinner, and I'll probably spend like the weekend with him. So I really like need to film and edit my videos before then, and paint my nails because they look trash. Like, when y'all compliment my nails, this is what you're complimenting. So like, don't. They look especially trash though, because I haven't painted them since like the end of January or something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like trying to get things done, trying to be productive, and having too many things that I really should do because I don't do enough when I'm at my boyfriend's. I need to work on like editing while I'm at his place and reading more while I'm at his place, so I'm not just like getting further behind in literally everything I need to do. But I don't know. I'm so glad. Also, these are both by Ellen Emerson White. I didn't mention that this one was as well, but like, she's one of my favorite authors and just like amazing. She's so amazing. And no one reads her, and it's just forever a disappointment to me that no one seems to know who she is and no one reads her, because she's just amazing. I love her writing style. Like, if I was to write a book, I would want it to be this writing style. Like, this is what I would want to write. So I just feel like I don't need to write a book because she's already written the book that I want to write. So I'm good. Like, I can just read her books and be happy. And I don't know. I love her so much. since it's March 1st, it is time once again for my miniature TBRs. I've started doing with my TBRs is just counting the books that I have planned for read-alongs or buddy reads that I specifically have obligations to read and not just things that I kind of want to read or kind of plan to read. So these are the 4 books. I have 4, 5. I have 5. That's a lot. I should schedule fewer things. But these are the 5 books that I have that are sort of obligated for me to read this month. The first is The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh, which I'm buddy reading with Abby MacReads. I'm about halfway through, more than halfway. I'm decently through this book, so yeah, I'll definitely finish this by the end of the month. I think we'll finish it like Monday or Tuesday probably. And then I have Columbine by Dave Cullen, which I am reading for Cammie Corner's Crime Scene. And Joni Reed's, Cammie Corner and Joni Reed's Crime Scene read-along, which they do every other month. This month they chose this book, which I'm down with. I liked learning about Columbine a lot when I was in high school. I haven't been as interested in it, and I haven't really read anything about it since then, but I'm down. It looks like an interesting book. And I have The Virgin Suicides by Jeffrey Eugenides, which I am buddy reading with, who am I buddy reading with? Trisha R. and Liz Schubert. I don't know why that was hard. I'm buddy reading it with the 2 of them. This is a reread for me, and this is my rereadathon pick for March, which is to either buddy read a book or reread a book that was recommended. So we're buddy reading this, and I'm really looking forward to that. This was one of my favorites in high school, so I'm super down. And then, I was going to say the final, but it's not the final. It's just the last one I have. I'm reading The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling with Victoria from the musical Bookworm. It's hard to remember all these things. I'll try to... I won't link all these people. I'm too lazy. I know I'm going to be too lazy for a vlog. But this was on my top 5 anticipated reads for the year, which is mostly just like the top 5 books I need to read this year. So this is the second one that I'll be reading. I'm down for this. I'm hesitant about it. I'm not exactly excited. I'm not exactly looking forward to it. I don't know how I'm going to feel. It's kind of an odd one. Like, not the book itself. I know absolutely nothing about the book itself, but just like, I don't know. I know like the world's reaction to this was not entirely positive, so I don't know how to feel. And then the last book that I plan to read in March, or well, I'm going to read more than these, hopefully. Well, I mean, I have some thick ones, but like I should read more than these, is The Tattooist of Auschwitz by Heather Morris. This I'm going to be reading with the Literary Alliance book club on Facebook, which Kylie Graham is one of the hosts. So that I will be reading if I get it from the library. It's March 1st and I'm currently 17th on the wait list, which is better than at the end of January. I was like 56th, so I should get it sometime this month. It's just, I don't know when, I don't know how much time I'll have to read it, but hopefully I will get it and be able to binge it at least a little bit. So those are the 5 books. I will probably read more than this. Like, you'll know how many library hauls I've been on, and my audiobook, which I just started today, so I probably won't finish that. And I don't know. I have a lot of books that I might read, and I've been reading like 10 books a month, so hopefully I can keep up that pace. But like with this thick one and this thick one, and I think The Tattooist of Auschwitz is fairly thick too, I don't know how much I'll get read, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll hope. And an introduction by Emma Cline. I didn't know that. That makes me want to read The Girls. But that is not on my TBR for this month, so we'll see. But let me know if you have read any of these. This one's a reread, but the others, I'm looking forward to them. I'm very much looking forward to this month. I've got a lot of buddy reads and read-alongs going on, so that's interesting. I think I only have one planned for April, which will be good, probably, just to like take a break and read a bunch of other things and not just like books that other people picked. Well, not that other people picked, but like not to have to read on a schedule.